want to bring up someone really special. Chad, come on up. We heard Pam Whitehead introduce to you Chad Bowman before. He just went through the program, finished it in December. Don't be shy. We are so proud of you. First of all, give this man a hand. A survivor, he's gone through the program. And I love having you here, not just because of all you've done, but because you're about to tell us where this money goes and what is it like being in this program.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming out this evening. As you've heard, my name is Chad Bowman, and I am a Triumph graduate from the fall 2018 graduating class. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I was diagnosed with testicular cancer in 2017. Although testicular cancer doesn't necessarily have stages, the oncologist told me that if it did, I would be stage 3. It had transferred and gone into my lymph node system. Within 2 months of being diagnosed, I lost nearly half my body weight. I was originally about 260 pounds, and in January of 2018, I was at my lowest, 130 pounds. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I had lost my voice due to the surgeries. I had allergic reactions to the chemo drugs. And I was in a wheelchair, unable to walk, pretty much bedridden, taken everywhere by my family. Then, as I started my road to recovery, I got into the physical therapy program through my medical provider. There came a point when they told me I was too strong. I was cured. And I looked at them, and my wife wheeled me out of that room in a wheelchair, being back to normal. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a path, and I wasn't sure what to do next. I had incurred over $1 million in medical debt in that short period of time. I had been off work for nearly 6 months. I didn't have the money to sign up at a gym, let alone pay for and or find a cancer specialist personal trainer. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to figure out how to get back on my feet, literally and mentally. Then a miracle happened. Pam told you a little bit about it earlier this evening. June 2018, 1 year ago this evening, in this exact location, I received a text message from a dear friend of mine who is here because their company sponsors the event, or they're here as representing that company. And the text went something like this. Sorry, Dan, but I'm going to call you out here. Chad, I'm here drinking wine at this amazing event, and I think you should look into it. Go to triumphfound.org, and I think it will help you. So, unable to walk, on oxygen, at home, nothing to do, I went to triumphfound.org, and I sent an email. Within a short period of time, I think it was that same evening, I had received a message back from Pam Whitehead of Triumph Foundation. Shortly thereafter, I was enrolled in the June 2018 program. I remember my initial assessment like it was yesterday, and I'm sure Aaron Wyant does as well. Aaron's here in the crowd. Hold your hand up there, Aaron. I was amazed that day to find out how strong I was. I was able to do 1 push-up. I held a plank for maybe 8 seconds. Could not walk, could not stand, could not balance. 12 short weeks later, ladies and gentlemen, 12 weeks, I was running on my own, 30 minutes nonstop. I was able to do over 30 push-ups and held a plank for over 1 minute. It wasn't just my hard work. It was the knowledge and education and experience of the personal trainer. So I owe my life to you, Aaron and Eddie and the rest of Triumph. So thank you. But that wasn't all. When you go through something like as catastrophic as cancer, it hurts you mentally. It weakens your body, your mind, your soul. And when you show up at orientation for Triumph, You walk in facing your fears. You don't know what to expect when you walk into that gym. You're anxious, you're excited, you're nervous, you're even happy. From my orientation through graduation and still to this day, I have formed a lifelong bond with Triumph, with Aaron, Eddie, Pam, and even my classmates. Yes, thank you. We've helped each other succeed. We cheered each other on. We never judged each other. And ultimately, we grew together. We gained our strength together. We not only gained our strength physically, we gained it mentally. We regained our mental stamina, mental stability, mental strength. And our hearts grew bigger than they ever were. I have truly made a Triumph family. Remember a minute ago when I told you I was in a wheelchair and in oxygen, unable to walk, talk, or stand, basically a year ago? Well, thanks to Triumph and everything they did for me, I decided to push myself. So after graduating, I heard about this little thing called Shamrockin', and I heard that Triumph is the beneficiary. Yes, thank you, Fleet Feet, and everybody who attended. So I put my fears behind me, and I said, babe, guess what? We're going to wake up early and do a 10K. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to do it. So my 11-year-old daughter, my wife, and I, we went. My daughter beat me by a long shot. I'm going to admit that. But before time expired, in extreme amounts of pain, cringing the entire way, my wife holding my hand by my side, I crossed that finish line on a 10K. And I was only able to do it thanks to Triumph and thanks to Aaron and Eddie for getting me where I am. In my family, we have a saying, thank you, Triumph, for bringing the old Chad back. So I will end with this. Triumph has changed my life forever. I will forever owe my life to Triumph. I would not be here today, literally. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Triumph, if it wasn't for Pam, Aaron, Eddie, and everybody else with the organization. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the local businesses supporting Triumph, the sponsors this evening, Hell Wake Winery. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you. Each and every one of you have put me through this program, and I have nothing more in my life than to say thank you, thank you, thank you, because with your purchase today, being here today, you put me through this program, and you brought the old Chad back, and you gave me my life again. So thank you.
Give it up for Chad Bowman. This is fantastic. I want you to just to look. Look at this. You turned a test into a triumph. And this is your chance to be triumphant tonight by getting involved in the Fund a Need, because imagine Chad's life without Triumph Cancer Foundation.